Hi, this is Erik Janeczko with Maximum Acceleration, bringing you your Business Acceleration EZine for April 2012. And this week's program is really focused on how to reset and refocus our goals. You know, first quarter is over. We're a quarter of the way through the year. Now we have an opportunity to reassess and reflect. And so one of the things that we work on doing is how to make the changes. The practical reality is anytime you want to achieve something different in your life, be it business or otherwise, you're going to go through basically three phases of growth: assessment, planning, and execution. Where am I? Where do I want to go? Is the first step. The second step is planning, which is what are the best routes to get me there? What are the tools and resources that I need to learn how to use better? Or what skills do I need to practice? What areas do I need to step into doing more of my time? And then the third level is the execution. And that's what I want to share with you today, is how to tweak this system and make it work for you. Well, here's the challenge with most business systems. You know, we typically are very reactive with most strategic planning processes. You know, you look at your strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats, and you're reacting to the environment around you, which is the number one reason that often you fall short of what you want, because you're really not starting with a clear vision of what you want in the first place. So the very first thing we need to do is give ourselves permission to be creative. What do we really want our business and life to look like? When we start with that vision, that's where we create the ideal situation to be able to really have something that's going to drive us to a better and ultimately more effective future. You all have the goals. You all have a vision for what you want to change. In fact, in coaching, rarely do we introduce new ideas or concepts that the people are not already familiar with. But why haven't they executed on them? Why have you not taken the time, energy, and effort to implement those best practices that you've been hearing about through all of the flood of information that's out there? So really the first step in this planning to win process is really slowing down and picking, what do you really want your life and business to look like? And let's start a year out. Okay, at the beginning of the year, January, we talked a little bit about annual goals. What did you want to have your business look like December 2012? When you sit back and you do your annual review of what you've accomplished in the growth of your business, what had to be there for you to feel like you've had a very successful and prosperous year? Well, now I'm asking you to drill that down into a little bit smaller focus. Take those year-long goals and break them down into what's a realistic goal to accomplish based on where you are right now and where you want to be at the end of second quarter. Okay, you have the goals and visions, and that's what we want to start with first. Is we want to come up with, what do we want that big picture to look like? Begin with the end in mind is what we're really talking about. See, when we took that basic three-step process, assessment, planning, and execution, and we tweaked it a little bit, first of all, we're not just assessing what our environment is and reacting to it. We're starting with what we really want that business to look like. Then we're coming up with the winning solutions that help us get there faster. The second step is then getting into active strategy development, taking time out regularly to step back and look at, where am I going, and where do I want to be? The third step is then really fine-tuning how we learn from every experience that we have, and that we focus on progress. And that's the last couple of steps that I'm going to share with you. But the first step, like I said, begins with the end in mind. What is your vision for what you want to accomplish? Really, what do you want it to look like? And if the thought of, boy, if the first thing that comes to your mind, you start to tell yourself that's impossible, okay, it may not be possible, but if it was, what would it look like? See, the idea here is, think about the yellow Honda effect that you've heard me share with you multiple times. If we're focused on the obstacles or challenges, all of a sudden our vision of and our ability for our brain to bring to our attention the opportunities gets kind of clouded. But if we focus on the goals and the opportunities to achieve what we want, then the obstacles become less of a burden. Now, that doesn't mean we go into a Pollyanna, the sky is, sunshine and roses, everything's bright and beautiful type mode. We do need to deal with the obstacles that we're likely to face, but we have to be realistic in moving beyond them very quickly and focusing on what are the opportunities to solve or overcome those challenges. For example, one of the opportunities we look at right now is, homebuyer opportunities. Whether it be a home that you're going to occupy and live in, or investment property, or a second vacation home. Home affordability, with interest rates where they are, being in the mid to low fours right now, and stagnant to even depressed property values in some markets, create one of the best home buying opportunities we've seen literally in American real estate history. We're literally upgrading families from 2-bedroom apartments to 3-bed, 2-bath, unfinished basement, brand new homes with the same payments as what they were paying on rent. So that opportunity creates this huge thing that we could be doing for people. And one of the ways that we could leverage is work with referral partners, like, for example, insurance agents that have huge databases. And how many people in that insurance agent's database are auto-only policyholders, for example? Well, as good as insurance companies are today about cross-selling home and auto, the likelihood is if that agent does not have a homeowner's policy with that couple, it means 90% or better chance that couple is renting. So what if you and your favorite insurance agent get together and talk about how to reach out to his contacts, his customers, about the opportunity to buy a home? But if we team up with other people, like, if, for example, an insurance agent and a realtor and ourselves, maybe even a financial planner, how quickly could the four of us come up with a strategy that reaches out to hundreds of renters in our community to help them understand how great of an opportunity it is to buy a home? So that's the second thing that you want to do. Now, there's some quick tools and resources I'm going to share with you here really quickly, and I'll give you the download website here in just a minute. But these tools help you really identify what is the one challenge that you want to overcome, what are the tools and strategies you can use to overcome it, and how do you work it through the process. This worksheet will help you get all the way through this planning process on a project-by-project, step-by-step, condensed basis. Connecting it with those long-term annual goals, now break it down into these smaller bite-sized pieces that you can manage. The whole idea is if you set your steps too big, you're setting yourself up to fail. And it's the appropriate application and accurate application of tools like these goal progress planning worksheets that will help you identify what your goals are and be able to achieve them faster. Okay, so how do you keep yourself on pace? As you move through the quarter, you've established some quarterly goals now. How do you make sure that you keep yourself moving forward faster and learn from every opportunity and experience? A couple of key tricks. One is to do this breaking down even smaller bite-sized pieces on a weekly planning basis. So use this goal setting by solution daily progress tracking form. Helps you map out weekly goals, how to break even smaller bite-sized pieces, 1 to 2 action items a week that lead you further and faster towards that quarterly or annual goal. At the bottom of this page, though, is each day deciding what you want to accomplish that day, and then at the end of the day, doing a quick 15-minute debrief. What did I do today? What went well today? What can I learn from the things that maybe didn't go quite so well, and how can I change for tomorrow so that tomorrow gets better results? But ultimately in this, we also want to make sure we're focusing on the progress that we're making. Again, if you're focused on the distance to that annual goal, it can be very deflating. All of a sudden, if you're thinking, boy, it's going to take me 70 or 80 action steps to get from where I am to where I want to be by the end of December, and that's not going to help you. But at the end of the day, if you focus on that progress towards the goal, what did we accomplish today that we can feel good about and reward ourselves for? What did we accomplish this week over last week? All of a sudden, that reinfusing of energy and that ongoing debrief and repeat learning cycle, active learning, creates more energy and more advice and guidance for the future success, and create that cycle of growth that speeds up your process. Jim Collins, in the book Good to Great, called it the flywheel effect. This is one of the best ways to create that result for yourself and create this constantly accelerating cycle of growth. Okay, a couple of quick bullet points to debrief. First of all, you need to look at how to get some outside guidance. Brainstorm with people, form a masterminding group, and get other people's suggestions. This creates an accountability for yourself. Make a promise that's going to keep you focused on steady progress towards those goals, bad or otherwise, into a learning opportunity. Also, make sure you capture the things that are going well and acknowledging and recording that progress, celebrating and rewarding yourself for the progress that you're making, so you capture that energy and that knowledge and that learning, which is going to fuel further acceleration to your growth. Okay, so take these 3 simple steps. Identify the winning solutions to what you want to accomplish. Create an active strategy and learn from it as you execute. and follow a path of creating accountability and recording your progress so that you maximize that performance and continue to create that repetitive cycle of improvement. Think about it from this perspective. What do these top performers all have in common? Your Tom Brady's, your Michael Jordan, your Wayne Gretzky's of the world, they all have in common someone that can hold them accountable to a higher progress, somebody who cared as much about their own success or more as they did and is there as a person to keep them on track. Okay, so a couple of things I want to do is start introducing you through future weeks here to some of our coaching staff. First, I want to introduce to you Coach Stephanie York. She's been with me since the very beginning days of Maximum Acceleration during the research and planning phases. She's coached well over 1,500 loan officers who have achieved radical success. She is very good at simplifying things and making things crystal clear one step at a time and creating habits of success ongoing. Stephanie has a master's in marketing and is currently working on a second master's in organizational development. She's an amazing person. If you'd like more information about possibly doing some coaching work with Stephanie, give us a call or go to our website and sign up for a strategy session. Request specifically Stephanie, and she'll help you go to the next level with your business. All right, a couple of the things that we want to look at with today's program. Think about this just from an action planning standpoint. One, what was the most valuable thing you heard in today's program? Decide what you want to take out of what I've shared with you and how you want to implement it. The second thing is, what action steps do you need to take to make that a part of your daily business? And third, set a target date. Put a target down for when you want to achieve those goals. Now, if you go to our website, www.mexcelcoach.com/solution, again, www.mexcelcoach.com/solution, you'll be able to sign up and download all of the free tools and resources that I've shared with you in today's video, and that might be the first step for you. Okay, just permit me for a moment, bear with me for a couple of exciting programs we've got coming up. First of all is we are starting the first annual Maximum Impact Summit this June in concert with the Mortgage Executive Magazine Mastermind 2012 event, the 6th, 7th of June. Our program is going to be on the 8th of June, that Friday. After you go through the Mastermind 2012 program, you're going to be drinking from the fire hose. You're going to have a ton of information from a host of approaching 40-plus individual loan officers and great speakers who've got a ton of great information to share with you. What we're going to do is take a full day to really focus on how to implement all of those great ideas, strategies, and tools that you're going to hear about during the Mastermind event. Of course, if you haven't already registered for the Mastermind event, give us a call. We do have a limited number of discounted tickets available. And by the way, this Maximum Impact Summit is going to be limited to no more than 100 individuals. So you do want to make sure you get a hold of us quickly, get signed up for the Maximum Impact Summit. By the way, there are also discounts for that program if you are a Maximum Acceleration alumni or active client. We'd love to see you out in Las Vegas on the 8th of June. We'll talk a little bit about how to create a power-packed implementation for you and your team as you move forward this year. All right, second thing is, if you'd like information about a group coaching program, go to www.mexcelcoach.com/mass preview. Again, www.mexcelcoach.com/mass preview, and that will get you registered for that upcoming webinar, or you can be watching for future updates to come out to you here shortly. Especially if you're a leader or manager of a team, it would be worth it to you to check out this program, see if it's something that you might want to look at executing for your team to help them get the kind of support and guidance that you're running out of time to provide in today's environment. Of course, as always, our flagship program is our one-on-one program where you get the highest level of impact and results. If you'd like more information about what coaching can do for you and how to help you achieve your goals, call us. We'll set up a free, no-cost, no-obligation strategy session. We'll spend an hour on the phone really going deep on one particular issue or challenge you're facing, and you'll walk away with a full action plan. Again, if you'd like a strategy session with Stephanie, the coach that I've introduced you to in today's event, feel free to go to our website or give the office a call, and our support team will be happy to schedule an event for you with Stephanie or any of our other great coaches. Otherwise, I want to wish you all the best this April. Take what ideas and strategies we've got here, set yourself up for success this quarter. And if there's anything my team or I can do for you, simply feel free to reach out to us via email, web, or phone. Make it a great week.